Hello, everyone. I'm Colleen Vanderzyden, and this is Creating an Inspired Life. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's wonderful that you're here. I'm a medium, and as a medium, I connect in with our loved ones on the other side. And I'm also a certified intuitive life coach. And as a life coach, I help people take action to create the life of their dreams. People tend to get stuck in problems, issues, concerns, and sometimes get paralyzed and don't take action. So I help people figure out action steps they can do to get where they want to go. Today's coaching tip is talking about moving out of wants and into action. I have a friend I was talking to the other day who kept saying, I want. She wanted to meet a great guy. She wanted to move to a new place. She wanted her job to be less stressful. She wanted to win the lottery. It was obvious as she was talking that she had a lot of ideas, a lot of wants, but wasn't taking any action towards them. If we're not paying attention, the words I want can keep us in a state of wanting. It becomes normal to want things and then expect not to get them. It just becomes something that we say and we're not paying attention. It can also be a habit. We talk, but we're not listening to ourselves. We're not living consciously. Our words are powerful. We create whatever we're talking about. When we're speaking mindlessly, like in a habit, we can keep ourselves in that state of wanting. When we do this, we'll be unsatisfied with the life we have now. We'll want a different life. We won't appreciate the good things we have right now in the present. We'll always be looking for something better. We might think that what we want, maybe the next best thing, might be the very thing that would make us happier. As my friend was talking about all of this, and she talked about moving into the new place, I asked her what kind of place she wanted. And she said she didn't know, something nice, but she knew she would be happier there. Then I said, well, what kind of guy do you want to meet? And she said, oh, I don't know, someone nice. And I know that he will make my life so much better. She's mindlessly speaking about her wants and hasn't taken the time to figure out what it is she really wants. What kind of man or house is she looking for, and what kind is it, but why as well? Why is she looking for these things? What if we use the power of the words I want to consciously create whatever it is we really want, whatever we're really looking for? What if we use those words to motivate ourselves to take action? When you say I want, pay attention. What is it you want? Think about it. Are you really paying attention to what you're saying, or is it a habit? Do you really want what you're asking? Be conscious. If you do want it, then to move forward, take some action on it, you have to dig a little bit deeper. Why do you want it? What is it that makes you think whatever you want is going to help you, make you happier, make your life better? Why is that? For my friend, is she wanting a new place to live because she could lower her expenses and might feel less stressed? Or is it that she wants to change her location, have a different environment, and move from a city situation to a country situation so she can feel more peaceful? Or maybe she just wants an open floor plan so she has the feeling of space and doesn't feel claustrophobic. For anyone looking for a new partner, why do you want one? People say all the time they want to meet somebody, they want them to be special, wonderful, all this stuff. But why? What is it that you feel is missing in your life that a partner can give you? Is it because you're lonely and you want somebody to do some things with? If that's the case, what is it you want to do? What things are they? What kind of person are you looking for? The idea of asking yourself why you want it can help you get clarity on those wants. It can help you be more conscious of your words. Then you can see, if you think about it a little bit further, what you want and why you want it, you'll actually see what you're looking for is a certain feeling. Whatever you're wanting is an idea to help you get to that feeling. If my friend knows that she's looking for a less expensive house to lower her stress, that can help her take action and move into looking for a house that would meet the wants and the whys for her. When you say you want, that's a sign to pay attention. Pay attention to what you're saying. Is it intentional, or are you, again, speaking from habit? Instead of accepting the idea that nothing can change, that whatever you're saying doesn't really create anything. Use that power of the words to create what you want. Use your I want to create action. I have another friend who wants her husband to stop being a jerk. Here's her reason why is very obvious. He's mean and he's critical. So that is obvious. That's a good why. However, she needs to dig a little bit deeper and make that why about her instead, because we know we're never going to change somebody else. Because of his behavior, she doesn't feel like she can be herself. She tries to keep him calm so she doesn't have to listen to him flipping out and getting angry over stupid things. So she doesn't say what she wants to say because she doesn't want to set him off. She doesn't do what she wants to do because she doesn't want to have a problem with him, because he'll complain about whatever it is that she wants to do. In this case, she's not living true to herself. She really wants him to stop being a jerk so she can feel better, so she can feel more like herself. Her why has to do with how she feels. Now, she can't change him, as I've already said. So the action she needs to take is to change her responses. She'll have to decide what's most important. Is it important for her to feel happier? Or is it more important for him to do what he wants to do and for her to keep the peace, and then she can just not be happy? She'll have to make her own decision on that. No one can really help her with that. Whenever you say you want, just pay attention. It can be a wake-up call to take action to create that awesome life you want to have, the life you deserve to have. When you know what you want and why you want it, then look at the feeling that you're actually looking for. What feeling is it? Is it peace, calm, whatever it is? That way you can move forward and you won't be stuck in that feeling of wanting or being stuck in the mindless I wants where you're just speaking and you really may not want those things that you say you want. So rather than expecting to not get what you want, you'll be actually creating the life you want. You'll be living your best life, the life you deserve. And that is my coaching tip of the day. So think about this when you catch yourself saying, I want. Pay attention and see if it can give you some information as to what you really want in your life so you can start taking action and moving forward. You can connect with me at psychicmediumcolleen.com. You can also connect with me on Facebook, Colleen Vanderzyden, medium and intuitive life coach. And I would love to hear from you there. Now we will move to our first caller, who is Kelly from Washington. Kelly, how are you today?
I'm good.
Great. How can I help you today?
Well, do I just ask anything?
Yeah, sometimes people have something in particular. Yeah, sometimes people have something in particular they want to talk about, a certain problem or something like that.
Yeah, it's my boyfriend has been really, really depressed lately, and he just told me the other day that he doesn't feel anything for me anymore or for anyone. And
okay,
I need him to change his mind.
Okay. Now, number one, if you were just listening, we can't change anybody else. However, if he is feeling very depressed, then obviously there's something else going on. Okay. So number one, speaking as Coach Colleen for a moment, don't take what he said personally just yet, okay? Because that would be something we would automatically go, oh no, what do I need to do to change so that he changes his mind? What do I need to do that can fix this problem? But the first issue is if he's feeling depressed and he's not feeling loving or kind or whatever towards other people at all, he needs to see a doctor. Has he gone to a doctor yet?
No, I've asked him to, but he hasn't.
Yeah, and we can't force people to do that, of course. But if you're married, I would think at some point he would listen to you, or maybe there's someone else close to him who would listen to. But you definitely want to see about pushing him or getting somebody to help you push him to get to a doctor. What we don't want to happen is for him to make drastic changes in his life and then realize down the line that this was a huge mistake when really he's just depressed. And I shouldn't say just depressed because that can be a huge thing, okay? I don't want to minimize that because depression can be very tricky, as you know. Has he always had some signs of depression?
Here and there, but and it kind of runs in his family, I guess. But yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it's interesting because when I touch into the energy of it as the psychic, Colleen, right now, when I touch into that energy, I can feel that there's definitely this sense about him of feeling like a loss of purpose, as though he really doesn't have much meaning in his life. And frequently when people are depressed, they will, kind of blame that on other people. I'm depressed because you're not this, or I'm depressed because my life is hard, and all of that. And yes, those things can affect how we feel. But also we have to take into consideration the abilities people have to take some action to change their lives as well. Now for you, and tell me if this is true, because I'm feeling you as a person who is a very caring person, and you've always been there for him no matter how up and down he could be. Is that true?
Yes, I've always tried to be there for him. Yes, very much
yes,
so.
Okay. And I understand also you have actually a high tolerance for things. So you will put up with things a little bit longer than you should sometimes. Is that true?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that feeling definitely comes through for you as kind of having that high tolerance. And part of that, I also get the impression too, tell me if this is true, that sometimes you don't speak your mind up as much as you might. You don't really say what you want to say.
No, because I don't want to rock the boat.
Yeah, so you kind of suppress yourself a bit because you don't want to upset him, or you kind of go in circles a little bit maybe. So the thing here,
I don't want to be.
You don't want to be what?
I don't want to be alone.
No, yes, you don't want to be alone. Yes, I understand that. That's huge. But you've also got to take into consideration that without true and honest communication, you saying what you really think and him saying what he really thinks, that the meaning in your relationship isn't going to be as strong as it might be if you say what you need to say. If you went up to him and said, when you told me the other day that, whatever the exact words he said to you about not really feeling much for you anymore, you could say, that really hurt my feelings. That really made me upset. And I'd like to talk about that a little bit more and see what he says. But you started it out by telling him how you're really feeling, and to get... And I don't want to make this sound like this is going to change his mind, okay? Because I think there's a medical condition here and he definitely needs to see a doctor, okay? But the feeling I'm getting is if you're very open, at least then you're putting 100% in to try to reclaim this relationship and get him to get back to himself and who he really is as well. Does that make some sense to you?
Yes, and I did talk to him and tell him how it made me feel. But he said he did the emotional stuff. He didn't, if I continued with all of that, he would just get up and walk out.
Okay.
He doesn't want to see me. He doesn't want to see me upset or crying or hurt. He doesn't want to hear it.
Okay. Now that's actually interesting, because if he doesn't want to see you upset, then that feels to me like there's still some caring there. Okay? Or why would he be concerned about it?
He says he has no feelings for me, but then in the next breath says he'll always love me. I'm like, how can you say that? I don't.
Yes, I understand.
For me. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's a toughie. There's a couple things here, because my sense psychically, again, touching in there, is I'm not feeling like the love is gone from him, okay? I don't want to give you false hope or anything like that, but I'm not feeling that the love is gone. I feel that it's still there. I feel that it is possible for you to kind of get some of that back. Now, moving back into coaching for a moment, obviously pushing him to see a doctor. I would also see about you yourself getting some kind of counseling to help you handle some of this as you guys work through these issues. So I would highly recommend that. So you'd have some support there for you. And psychically, again, stepping back into that role, when I go down the line with you guys about 6 months or so, I'm not feeling you apart, okay? I'm still feeling you together. So whether you're still working on things or what's going on, that's what I'm feeling. So predictions, God knows if they're correct. We won't know until 6 months from now, and then you can tell me if I was right or wrong. But I'm still feeling that. And so, again, I don't want to give you false hope, but I definitely want you to do what you can to help him see, to help yourself say what you need to say, and also know that even if something horrible happens and, you end up alone, which is worst case scenario, of course, you're a very strong person and you can handle it. So that's not even a concern to me because I know you can handle it. I know breaking up with somebody, if there's issues like that, it's very difficult and challenging, but you can handle it. But that doesn't even feel right to me. So that doesn't feel like that's going to happen. Okay. So definitely think about some of these things that I've said, because I want you to take some action to take control of this situation as best you can. And until obviously the ball's in his court, because if he doesn't take any action, you can't do anything about it. Okay. You can only do your part. So the ball is in his court. He's got to take some action. And like I said, I'm still feeling the love there. So I think the feeling of the depression is what's taking over here for him. So I definitely want you to consider some of those things I said and get moving on that. Yeah, because,
I will.
Yeah, we never want to give up too soon. And there's always hope. So keep that in mind, okay? Okay, so Kelly, I'm going to send you lots of love and lots of healing and positive energy, okay? So I'm going to keep sending you some love and stuff, and you keep working on that. Okay, so it was nice talking to you. Good luck. You're welcome. And that was Kelly from Washington. It's so hard when we're dealing with somebody who has some depression or something like that, because we cannot help somebody else if they don't want to be helped. And that's very hard for us. And I never want to minimize how hard that can be. And so hopefully everything works out for them, because that's a toughie there. That is toughie. So we are going to go to Mo from New South Wales in Australia. Mo, how are you today?
I'm pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing quite well. How can I help you today?
That's good to hear. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a general reading about my love life and career life, if possible.
Okay. Are you in a relationship now? Because I'm not feeling a real strong one right now.
I was in a relationship, but not at the moment, no.
Okay. Yeah, because I wasn't really feeling something around you that left me feeling like, oh, there's something there that was strong. That's interesting to me, because when I touch into that feeling of the relationship issue, I actually have to tell you, I feel so much better that you're not in that relationship anymore. It feels like your energy is getting clearer and clearer. It seems like that was a huge drain on you. Was that really a drain?
Definitely.
Yeah. It just feels like it kind of, sucked your energy right out of your body, basically, is what it feels like to me. And the thing is, touching in with your energy, I can feel that you also are somebody who is a very caring person, and you really can also put up with a little too much. And sometimes... Yeah. Do you have a little problem with your boundaries of what's acceptable for you and what you want in your life? Yeah. Okay. And it's interesting because part of it is you're one of those nice people too, who wants to help other people, wants to be there for them. You also are very optimistic, and you always look for the best. Yes, and so you're always looking for the best, and you always want to give people the benefit of the doubt, that kind of thing. And what I'm feeling for you is, having released that last relationship, it seems like you're kind of rebuilding your strength again and getting more clarity on what you're looking for. And I have to tell you, I'm feeling another person coming in, and this person feels like a strong personality, but not in a negative way, okay? It feels like a strong personality because they feel confident in who they are. They don't feel bossy to me. They don't feel like they're going to tell you what to do all the time. I don't get very needy, which is nice. So it feels comfortable to me. That feels very strong, and that feels like that'll be coming, maybe within the next 4 months or so, if not sooner. Okay, so that feels good to me. So I don't feel worried about that at all. It feels like a nice situation where you're going to, it feels equitable to me. That last relationship was not very equitable. Not at all. It seems like you tried harder than the other person did. You tried a lot harder. You did all sorts of things. Yeah. Yeah. You really went out of your way. And I have to tell you, the more I talk about that relationship, the happier I'm getting that you are no longer in it. So I'm like, yes, thank you. Yeah. Now, your job situation, your career, are you in a job now that is in the career you want to be in?
To be honest, I'm enjoying what I'm doing at the moment. But I don't see the security of that job. That's my concern. Because I'm a temp customer service consultant and working hard to get that job permanently. So that's my concern, just thinking about when I might get that as a permanent position. If not, will I have to move to another job?
Okay. So what I feel with that, because I feel like you're very good, like I said, with people, and I know you are with your job as well. And I understand that with your job, the job you have now, that you're helping quite a bit there. And I understand you're quite good at it. Yeah. I'm feeling a bit of a shift here in position, and I'm wondering about moving over. I want to move over. I don't know what this means. I don't know what I mean by moving over, but I want to move over. So is there an option within where you're working now where you would be changing departments or slight job description change or something?
The other day at work, I was actually thinking about asking different departments to see if I can move within the company. So that was the thought I was having the other day. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I have to tell you, I'm not feeling you moving your house. Okay, that. I'm not feeling that. I feel moving within this. So if this is a temporary situation or whatever, and you want to be permanent, I'm getting a distinct impression that you have proven yourself quite well. I'm wondering, and I don't know anything about this, but I'm wondering if there is how do I put this? I want to call it a line. That's what they call it at the college, the local college here, where they have this, they call it a line where you have a job opening and it can only be filled at a certain time with certain people. And so I don't know how to describe this in a different way. So it seems like sometimes where you are, it's like you're in a temporary position. You want a permanent position, but maybe they only open those up every so often, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something about that. It feels to me like the timing has to be right. So it's not like they can take a temporary kind of thing and turn it into a permanent one right away. But I am feeling a permanent situation coming, but it feels like in a slightly different department, I guess is what I'm feeling, or that moving over thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that feels okay to me. And that, okay. And I'm getting the distinct impression to make sure to tell you to continue with what you're doing, proving yourself, because I know you are. Keep doing that. Keep doing your best. Keep reaching out to the people there, talking to them, asking questions, all of that, making those connections. Keep doing that. I understand you're also not shy about asking for help. And I don't mean going in and saying you're helpless, you don't know what you're doing, but I've got this idea. What do you think about that? And asking people for advice. So keep doing that, because it shows that you're a team player, and it shows that you're willing to learn and grow, and you're not closed-minded. And I know you're not any, any bad things or anything like that. So I know this is normal for you. So keep doing that. I feel as though I've got somebody telling me this from the other side or something. And so keep doing this, and that's going to kind of lay the path down for you. So I feel very good about this. I'm not feeling you leaving the company. I'm not feeling you having to move either. So there's definitely something coming for you. So keep doing what you're doing and keep making those connections. You're very good at that. And you've made some good friends there, haven't you?
Sorry, I didn't catch that, sorry.
Yes. So that's going to really help. So keep that in mind. Okay. So Mo, I only have like 50 seconds left, so I have to wrap up. So it sounds like you've got a good path coming. So congratulations on the new job coming. It's going to be awesome. And it was so nice talking to you. You have a great time.
Thank you so much for your help, and have a good evening or good day. I'm not sure.
Yes, that's right. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Have a good time. And that was...
You too. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. That was Mo from Australia, and it's always so nice to talk to people from all over the world. And I do want to thank you all for watching and listening. I'm Colleen Vanderzyden, and this was Creating an Inspired Life. You can connect with me at psychicmediumcolleen.com, as well as on Facebook, Colleen Vanderzyden, Medium and Intuitive Life Coach. You guys have a great week, and I will talk to you next week. Goodbye.